everybody. Welcome. Just trying to get the camera in the right spot. Who's out there with me tonight? If you're not already on your mat, should be good. Freddie, welcome back. Yes. Okay, let's make sure that I'm actually in the frame here. Okay. Welcome, guys. A couple more. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, whoever's out there. So we will start in child's pose today, please. Yes. Mona, welcome. So tonight we're going to do a deep flow. I do a 60-minute deep flow on Thursday nights regularly at City Center, Power Yoga Canada. Still getting in a nice stretch with it, maybe not taking as much time. So we'll do a bit of flow at the beginning to build some heat and build some warmth. I will give you modifications right from the start so you can downplay it, or you can, again, always do a little bit more work if you want to, and then ending with a little bit more time in the hips on the floor. Yeah, so child's pose, please come onto your mat, take your knees wide, sit back onto your heels. Just take your time at the beginning here, not rushing, allowing yourself to land. Physically feel that connection to your mat, your hands, tops of your feet, knees. There's more awareness to the physicality, feelings of your body, the sensations. Bringing that awareness to your ujjayi breath through your nose. Practicing that longer breath, more audible. Focus on the breathing, generating more presence. More together. Inhale. Exhale. Full breath in. Full breath out. Big breath. Press deeper onto your heels. Come up onto your hands and your knees. Tabletop, so your knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders, yeah, so don't be like way out here like this. You want to breathe in, stack the joints. We'll move through some cat-cow. On the inhale, look up, put your tailbone up, cow pose. On the exhale, cat, you press the floor around the back. Again, starting from the pelvis, swoop the tailbone up, let the belly drop, chest forward, look up. Exhale, reverse that. Swoop the tail down, around the back. Your belly engages here. Chin to your chest. 3 more. Don't rush them. Cow. And cat. Are you feeling out the body? Is there tightness? Is there openness? Cow. And cat. One more time, big breath, look up, lengthen, chest forward, and press and round. Neutral spine, flat back. Push back to downward facing dog, so lift your hips up and back from here. And ground into your hands and feet. Little micro bend in both knees. Feel nice here, just don't lock out the joints. Elbows too, they're soft. Feeling out your body, yeah? If you have space to do more work, then work a little harder through this flow at the beginning. It's generating some heat in your body to warm it up, to open it up. And if you really just want a gentle stretch tonight, then do less work. You can even be in child's pose through some of the flow if that's what you're actually doing. Press down your hands and your feet. Scoop in your belly, wake it up, activate it. Press your tailbone back or length through the back of the body. Breathe in. Out. Lift up onto your toes, bend your knees. Step to the top of your mat, feet to hands rather. Come up to a flat back, lengthen your spine. Fold forward. Do that again. Hands on your shins, lengthen through the crown of the head, shoulders back. Fold. One more time like that, a flat back. Really find that length in your spine. Lengthen your neck, and then fold, hug your chin to your chest. Extended mountain, reach to the ceiling, press down into your feet. And grab your right wrist. Oh, you can't really see here. I'll come down onto my knees. You stay standing just so you can see what I'm doing. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and start to pull up and over. So like a lengthening through the side body here. Side body stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back through center, switch sides, grab your opposite wrist, pull up and over, find length in the side body. Space between your ribs. Breathe in. Out. Back to center. Bring your palms together. Imagine I'm standing, yeah? I'm not supposed to be on my knees, you just can't see me from here. So you're gonna go a crescent moon, you'll go up and over. So taking your hands up to one side, gently press your hips out to the other side. Make that shape with your body. Lengthen. Draw back the right shoulder blade a little bit. Come up to center. Press the palms together. Go up and over to the other side. And draw back the left shoulder a little bit. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back to center. Reach your fingertips up. Fold forward. Hug your chest towards your thighs. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Step back to a high plank. Lower down to your knees. Do that, yeah, for the first one, everybody. Lower down, chest to the floor. Tap your chest and your chin. Come up to cobra or baby cobra. So your thighs and your legs can stay on the ground. And then push back, child's pose. Knees wide. Sit onto your heels. Breathe here in. And out. Allowing yourself to slow down the flow. You need to. It's to still move the body and not necessarily need the intensity. Inhale. And exhale. Generate nice, fluid breaths. Again. Come up to your tabletop. Push back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Couple breaths here. Soften the joints. Feel out your body. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Step between your hands. Halfway lift. Long spine. Fold forward. Pull chest to thighs. Extended mountain, press your feet, reach up your fingertips. Fold forward, hug into your legs. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back to a high plank. Option to drop the knees. Do that if it feels nice. Come through cobra, chest forward. Child's pose. Breathe in. Press back onto your heels. Up to tabletop. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. So generate a little heat, even if it's just through your breath. Yeah, more ujjayi. More fire to the breath. Just warming up the body to make space for more stretch later. Up onto your toes. Bend your knees, pause here, hug in, step to the top of your mat, halfway lift, and fold. Extended mountain, press your feet down, lengthen and reach the fingertips up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Step back, high plank to low on your knees. That's an option. Come through cobra or up dog, right? The thighs can lift. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breaths here. Just using the modifications that we've just done in the last couple. You can be in a child's pose. You can do a little bit of both if that's what you need. Fine for your body. Just having those different options for your practice. Whatever your body needs on any given day, you have tools. Up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Step between your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain, press down, reach up, fold. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Chaturanga Dandasana on your knees if you need. Cobra or up dog. Child's pose. Tabletop. Downward facing dog. Breath in, full breath out. Louder breaths. Send them to your whole body. Inhale. Exhale. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Step between your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Utkatasana, chair, stay. So Utkatasana, it's called chair pose or it can be thunderbolt, right? So this can be a little bit less intensity if you don't take as much seat. If you want more fire, right, go way down. Keep the tailbone scooping down so there's work in the legs, work in the core, work in the low back. Biceps by your ears. Take your gaze to one spot. Sink down into it here. Do 5 more breaths together. In and out. Feet press down, belly button to spine, lift up through the chest and sit deeper from here. 2 more, inhale, exhale, last one, reach up, lift up, and release, hug into your legs. Halfway lift, Chaturanga Dandasana, step back, lower down, be on your knees. Upward facing dog, chest through the arms. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot into warrior one. Right foot between your hands. Reach up. Options here to modify the intensity, right? You can be with the front leg a little more straight, the less of an intense bend, shorter stance. It can be a longer stance. You can come way down into the lunge, right? Working through the leg muscles wherever you are. Breathe in. Sink a bit deeper. Draw that right hip bone back. Lengthen up your fingertips. Stay in the lunge. Warrior 2. Hold here. Breathe. Squeeze in the pelvic floor, the belly muscles. Breathe. Hold. Inhale. Building some tapas, yeah? Feel the heat working. Just a few breaths. Flip and reverse. You're going to keep the reverse here for 3 more. In and out. Keep your front knee in that lunge. Press the feet. Squeeze the leg muscles. Take 1 more big reach back. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow. Knees can be down. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward, warrior 1. Ground the feet. Find your leg variation. The hips are squared here in the first one. Breathe. Lunge down. Inhale. Exhale. More reach up. Sink down into the front knee. Last one here to lengthen. Open up to warrior 2. Keep your lunge. Deep strength through your center, your legs. Hold it here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Flip and reverse. Peaceful warrior. Keep that length in the side body. You can take the hand behind the back. The hand can be on the back leg. Just don't press down too much if you're there. Another breath to reach, to lengthen. Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant the hands, step back. Drop your knees, lower down. Upward facing dog or cobra. Child's pose. And breathe. Land. Heartbeat. In. Out. Exhale. Tabletop. Downward facing dog. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair. Stay for the exhale. Breathe in. Lift your chest up. Fold, chest to thighs. Halfway lift. Step back, high to low plank on your knees. Cobra, chest forward. Downward facing dog, curl the toes under, lift up through the hips. Step your right foot. Warrior one. Hold here, breathe in, reach up. Sink down into your front knee. Inhale, lengthen the upper body. Exhale, open to warrior two. Hold. Breathe. Gaze to your front fingers, sink down. Flip and reverse, peaceful warrior. Follow your fingertips up and back with your eyes. Sink down into the front knee. Take one more big reach, big lengthening breath. Chaturanga Dandasana, step back. Drop to the knees, lower down. Pose, chest forward. Downward facing dog. Left side. Slowing down the flow a bit, reach up. Lunging to the front knee. Big breath in. Open to warrior two. Hold. Press your feet. Flip and reverse, peaceful warrior. Stay for the exhale. Find the most space, the most length. Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant your hands. Lower down. Cobra. Child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. Up. Tabletop. Downward facing dog. Breathe here in. Press down. Soften the joints. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Step to the top of your mat. Flat back. Fold. Chair. Sit low. Fold. Halfway lift. Step your left foot back. So you're in a low lunge, in a lunge here, yeah? Inhale, reach up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Flip and reverse, go back. Plant your hands to the mat, step your back foot forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Come up to a flat back. Step the right foot back so you're in a lunge. Inhale, reach up, warrior one. Warrior two. Flip and reverse, go back. Back, hands to your mat. Step your foot forward, come up to a flat back. Fold. Do that one more time. Halfway lift. Left foot back, so you're in a warrior one, hands on the ground. Inhale, reach up, warrior one, lengthen the upper body. Open to warrior two. Flip and reverse, space and length. Hands to your mat, step your back foot forward. Halfway lift. Dog awoke, fold. Come back up, flat back. Step your right foot back, warrior one, hands down. Reach up, warrior one. Warrior two. flip and reverse, go back, hands to your mat, step back, high plank, to low, on your knees. Chest forward, cobra. Child's pose, sit back. Woke up, anybody? Okay. Let's take a child's pose for a few breaths here. Get off my own mat. You can come on, go to your bed. You got your own spot. Nice. Lie down. Just breathing here. Just trying to keep from having a lock the knee stump. It's pretty good most of the time. Come up to a tabletop. Exhale the cat pose, round your back. Cow on the inhale, look up, tailbone up. Do that one more time. Cat. Neutral spine. Hips back. Downward facing dog. Let the knees. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Thumbs together at the top. Thumbs touching. You'll step your right foot to your right pinky finger. So you're going to come to the outside of your hand. Yeah? Come down onto your back knee. So different options here. If you've got crunchy knees and you need padding, you can fold the edge of your mat up. So there's double padding there. It can be a towel too under the knee. Feels good for me on this side for that. I really need it on both sides, but just being aware one side might be different than the other. So you're in a low lunge, this is called, with the back knee down. Yeah? And then you're going to keep your palms on the mat. Turn your front toes out. With my hands so you can see. Turn your front toes out. So they're going to go out to like about 1 or 2 o'clock. Still on your palms. Open your knee to the side. Switch sides so you guys can see better. So yeah, my foot is beside my left pinky finger here. Your right pinky. You're going to turn the toes out and then open it up so the knee comes out to the side. So option to stay right here. This will be working up through lizard stretch. Yeah, so you can be on the outer edge of this foot. Keep the back toes curled under to start. Option to be on your palms. Option to be on your forearms. If you have a prop, it can be forearms onto a block. It's a little bit closer yet. Keep that front knee opening up. Big stretch through hip, through the glute, thigh. So this is the options for the upper body, right? If you want to bring the back leg in, you can start to bring the left heel towards your glute. Wake up the front of your left leg. This would be lizard stretch right here. You can take any variation up to this point. Dragon pose would be one step further to add a twist. So it'll be your right hands for your left foot. You would grab the foot here. This bottom forearm stays down. Start to twist. So you draw back that right shoulder blade, gaze up and over the right shoulder. Your core, really important to keep that engaged. Uddiyana Bandha muscles pull in. They support the back in this pose. 5 more breaths wherever you are to deepen that stretch, that opening. 4 more. In. Out. Again. Twist a little bit deeper if you can. Last one. Stay here. Bring your hands down to your mat. Back up onto your palms. You'll turn your toes in. Bring your right toes to 12 o'clock. Palms on the mat. You're just going to make a connection here. So my knee is pressing my tricep is pressing my knee in a low lunge. Yeah? Palms down. Right foot on the ground. Press an isometric activation here. Squeeze muscles to bones. Press. Pull your belly button to your spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you want more stretch in the back leg, walk your front foot further forward. Sink deeper into it. Get into this back leg stretch. Again, press the front knee, the front tricep. Take another breath in and out. You'll come up to warrior 2. You get there. Breathe in. Extended side angle. Right elbow to your knee, left fingertips up to the ceiling. Gentle twist. You can have your fingertips down on the block. If that feels nice. out. Again. An upper body twist. Half bind is the top hand coming onto your low back, your sacrum. Twist from there. Breathe. It's not time to play, buddy. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Rottie playing. It sounds deadly, but it's not, I promise. Not with this one anyway. Chaturanga Dandasana. Mr. B, can you go lie in your bed, please? We'll do that later. Yeah, go lie down. Very good. Upward facing dog or cobra. Child's pose. Sit back on your heels. Just feel the two sides of your body. That's not relaxing. We're not playing hug names right now, buddy. Please just chill out. Oh my god, he's being so cute, but it sounds terrifying. Some of you may be sorry if that's described. I'm sure it's too long. He was interested in knowing the place. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. One more big breath. Back onto your heels. Tabletop. Downward facing dog on the deep flow day. Today's the day you gotta play, right? You're a goofball. We're not playing that right now. I'm not engaging. I'm not, absolutely not. Get out of here. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. Go on. Nice try though. That was a good attempt. Really good. Lie down, please. Step your left foot forward. Come into a low lunge. Yeah, so thumbs touching at the center of the mat. Other side now. So you've got your left foot to your left pinky finger. Very good, Mr. B. Nice work, buddy. You stay. So take the front toes out now so they're going out to like 10 or 11 o'clock. Turn them out. Sorry for the dog distraction. You should relax now. Buddy, just lie down, please. We'll go put him in the back. You'll come down any variation like we just did on the other side, right? So you can come down onto your forearms. The beauty of the live stream. What's going to happen, right? Onto your forearms, onto a block, turning those front toes out, really opening through that front thigh, front hip flexor. If you want to add the back knee in, you can do that, right? You can pull the back heel towards your glute. If you need more stretch, wiggle into that. You can take the back knee even further back. So this is lizard stretch. Again, the front knee is open, the back heel pulling towards the glute. If you want to take dragon pose, it'll be your left fingers for your right foot. Open up into the twist. Mr. B, go to your bed, please. Go lie down. Come on. You got to relax. Go lie down. Just breathe through your twist. The top shoulder back if you're in dragon. Core is engaged. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lengthen your spine. Deepen your twist. One more breath. Stay, twist deeper. Last one here. Plant your hands on your mat. You'll come up onto your palms. Bring that front foot back to 12 o'clock. Knee to your tricep. Press the knee into the tricep. Bring that isometric activation. You have something underneath your back knee. If you need padding here, squeeze in. Press down. Activate arms, legs. Again, you can wiggle that back foot. Find as much stretch as you need to. Kneecap can go back on the back leg. Sink into it. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more full inhale. Stay for the full exhale. Open up warrior two. Just help yourself up with your hands. Sit down into your lunge. To your bed. Come on. It's like an hour of the day. We play all day. Lie down. Thank you. Very good. Sink into your front knee. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, exhale. Extended side angle. Left elbow to knee, right fingertips up. Bring your fingertips down to a block. Wherever you need to go here, find that again. The top hand can come into the low back for lines. Just relax the stomach. Chill out. Breathe. Draw the top shoulder blade back. Take one more big breath in. One more big breath out. Plant your hands down to the mat. Step back. Heights a little plank. You can be on the knees, of course. Cobra pose, chest forward. Child's pose. Take a shoulder stretch here. Thread the right arm underneath the left armpit with your palm facing up, and you'll come down onto your right cheek. Your left fingertips are still where they were in child's pose at the top left corner of the mat. Rest on the shoulder. Sit deeper on your heels. That feels nice. Option here, you can take that left hand on your low back and just add a little bit more depth. So twist a little tiny bit in the upper body. Still breathing fully. Breath giving you access maybe to a little more space in your body. Come back to center on your next breath in, child's pose. Switch sides, thread the left arm under right armpit, facing up. Rest on the left cheek and breathe. Little shift is more stretch. Keep sitting back onto the heels. A couple more in. Out. Full inhale. Full exhale. Child's pose at center. Sit back onto the heels. Tabletop. Cat pose. On the back, and then cow. Look up, tailbone up. Again, cat. Cow. And the neutral spine. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Step back to a high plank. Come all the way down to your belly. Do a half frog on each side quickly. So cactus the arms. Take your right knee out to the side to start. So a 90-degree bend at the knee, 90-degree bend at the ankle, at the hip. Keeping all that aligned. Your foot is flexed, so toes face out to the right side, not pointed behind you. Yeah, so check that. Just rest one cheek. It's not a lot of intensity right here. This is a simple, gentle hip opener. Feel your heartbeat. Maybe there is intensity in your body, and just be aware if there's something that you need to shift. Don't sit in pain. Stretch can be uncomfortable sometimes. There can definitely be discomfort. It's like sensations in the body that are unfamiliar sometimes, but it's not pain, right? Pain, you know, when we're sitting in pain, it shouldn't be shooting through you. It shouldn't be electric. In free range of motion, you keep your body there and just do whatever challenges you a little bit. A lot. Switch sides, straighten out the right leg, bring the left knee out to the side. So good. And just rest. Using a moment of stillness just to reconnect to your breath, reconnect to your physical body. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Come back to center. Straighten out both legs. Seal pose. So your hands will come out in front of your mat, a bit wider than your mat, yeah? So it's a bit wider than shoulder width. It's a little bit less intense than cobra pose. So you're gonna basically be hands out here, you just push the floor, lift your chest up a little bit, chest forward, shoulders back, not crunching up the shoulders to the ears, right? Keep some space there. Breathe in, breathe out. About 10 breaths. You can start to walk your hands in. If you want more back bend, more work in your low back, just no pinching, please. Yeah, stay in a place where you're opening up some muscles, working some muscles, without straining yourself. It can be a cobra, right? You can bring the hands all the way in underneath the armpits if you have that mobility. Shoulders back, chest forward. 5 more breaths. Wherever you are, Take on your fullest bend. Keep looking for more space if it's there without forcing anything. Shoulders down the back. One more breaths. Chest forward. Breathe out. Last one. Lift the crown of the head. Push back to child's pose. Tabletop. So cross your ankles. Come down onto your back. We'll move into bridge. An option for a supported bridge with a block. If you have a prop at home, you can use a block. If you have a cork block, like I do here, they don't feel the nicest sometimes. I would recommend maybe a towel or something soft on top of it, or a foam block. So you're gonna set this just above the tailbone. Yeah, so the tailbone, like right above that on your back and your low back, your sacrum, you rest the block. It should feel like a nice release there. There's not, it shouldn't feel weird. It does move it around a little bit up and down until you find a spot maybe that's a bit more of a release instead of discomfort. It shouldn't be too high up. That's a common mistake. We'll be putting it like way up here. And you're like, why did you do this to me? It doesn't feel nice. Yeah, bring it down. Then just rest here. If you don't have a block, you can take your like 2 fists, rest your back on that. That's an option. You can kind of bring your thumbs into your low back or your hands behind your back if you've got that mobility to lift up. We're going to stay here for a little bit, for about a minute or so. Just allow, if you're in supported bridge, you're resting with that weight onto the block. If you're in full expression, there can be wheel, whatever back bend you have. Take it on. If you want a wheel, then you go for it, right? It's your practice. Just being aware if all you ever do is push and do more and force and add fiery parts to your practice, maybe moments of stillness and rest are actually where there's more growth available to you. It's not always about doing more. Giving yourself permission to do less sometimes, being okay with that. Not judging yourself, not criticizing yourself. A massive breakthrough. I know it's been a lot of work for me to get to a spot where it's not just always critical thinking. It's appreciation, satisfaction, gratitude. About 5 more breaths in. Out. Big breaths. Exhale. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Remove the prop if there's something there. Take it out. Come down onto your back and just let your knees fall from side to side here. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze there. Make some circles clockwise, counterclockwise. So option here for thread the needle. Option for a dog to come over top of you, take over your bed, one back up you. We're gonna play in like 15 or 20 minutes, okay? Just lie down, you're fine. So thread the needle, you take your right ankle on top of your left knee, and then you're gonna reach through. So like that's the threading the needle part. The right hand goes to the inner part of the left thigh, left hand to the outer part, through that opening, and then draw your left knee into your chest. So for the right side, thread the needle, it's the right ankle on the left knee, and you're gonna push the right knee away from you. So it's 2 movements happening. My right elbow over here is pushing that right thigh away as I draw the left thigh into my chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep your feet active so the feet aren't just kind of hanging there. You want to wake them up, electrify them, and then squeeze that big opening. breath in, take a breath out, switch sides. Just a quick one here. We're gonna flip over in a second. So if you find half pigeon and double pigeon and stuff too intense, I would just recommend you come back on or stand your back and just go through another round of each side of this. So on this side, you're pulling in the right thigh, pushing out the left thigh with that left elbow. Active feet, active stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. Again. Deeper. One more. Release. Take your feet a little wider than your mat, so just on the ground on either side of your mat. Let your knees rest at center. So this is closed hip pose. Ankles. Knees at center. Just a gentle hip closing pose. Just rest here for a moment. Let yourself breathe. In. And out. Press your knees into each other. Feet press into the floor. Then reverse that Supta Baddha Konasana, so feet together, knees wide. Right hand is on your belly, left hand on your heart. Breathe here. Breath in. Take a breath out. Tuck your knees into your chest. And then you grab the backs of your knees here. Start to rock front and back a couple times. Bring yourself up to a seated position. So we're going to do double pigeon. Double pigeon. So this is options here, okay? There's lots of options. So if you can't get into the form of this pose, which the form of double pigeon or full pigeon is to stack ankles over top of knees, yeah? So a really common misalignment in this pose will be more like just sitting cross-legged. So you do something like this, right, with the foot just getting just inside. This is completely different. It's not the same stretch at all that you're gonna get from a double pigeon. So options are, if you can do this, right, get the ankle stacked over the knee. So one option here, like I have on this side a tight knee. I've got some issues with that, some arthritis and stuff. So on this one side, I benefit a lot from a block, right? If I just put a block underneath here, then this knee isn't gonna hang out in space. So with that, I can really easily get into this pose and come into an extension of it. If you can't get the ankles and the knees stacked, which is totally fine, then you just straighten at the bottom leg, yeah? So it doesn't really matter which side you start on. You can have the right ankle on the left knee first, or vice versa. But this will be a very similar stretch that both of your legs are bent, right? You're just not going to get it on both sides as much. So you'll get the other side in a second, right? And from here, again, if this is even too tight, it can be a block underneath that leg. And you just start to lean into it a bit. Or you can walk your fingertips forward from there without the block. Wherever you're going, move into a variation. So either double pigeon or the one with your leg straight on the bottom. I don't know if there's a name for that. Somebody knows a name for that, comment for me. Tell me what it is. And then from here, you might just be sitting up tall like this. It can be plenty of stretch. Every exhale is an opportunity just to kind of walk a little deeper, round the back a bit if it feels nice, if it's not tight. Just allow yourself to sit in that. This is, again, where there can be some discomfort and some sensations in the body. Don't run from them, right? Come out gently if something's painful, but if it's just sensations, that's how you open up. That's how you lengthen, stretch the body, is by actually just allowing yourself to sit in some of that discomfort sometimes. And always, of course, like, you know your body, so you listen to your body before you ever listen to me, right? If something doesn't feel right, you come out. It's different than sitting there knowing you're deepening a stretch or lengthening a muscle or a ligament. You want to be careful about sitting in anything that is like agonizing. There's no benefit to that. It's not a yoga practice if you're in agony. You've lost your yoga practice for sure at that point. A couple more breaths here. In, out. deeper. Up to sit. Extend the bottom leg again, whichever side you're on, it doesn't really matter. Extend the bottom leg, take the opposite bent leg into your inner thigh. So you're going to take a seated single leg extension, fold over the extended leg, energetically pushing that bent knee down towards the floor. Breathe. Extend deeper, lengthen the spine. Breathe in. Out. Up to sit. We'll switch sides. So double pigeon or half pigeon on your other side. I don't know which side you did first. Just make sure you get both sides in here. What side I did first. Just checking in, right? Again, one side might need a block if the other side didn't. It's getting the knees and the ankles stacked, maybe a block under the knee. Some people like a block under their chest because this can just bring it a little bit deeper into the stretch if that feels nice, right? Just playing around with it, especially when you're not in a class and there's some time to just feel things out. You do, right? Get your body to a spot where you're good and creating a stretch. Vinyasa still present, right? Still flow, still space to keep deepening the settle further into the pose. 5 more breaths. Looking for space. Breathe in. Settle a little deeper. Gently come back up. Extend your bottom leg, seated single leg extension. The top leg comes foot to inner thigh. And fold over your extended leg. Turn back this direction. Extended leg is just off from center. Chest and thigh, crown of the head to your toes. Breathe in. Out. In. Deeper. Up to set. Extend your right leg forward. Take your left foot to the outside of your right knee. Yeah, so you've got your foot flat on the ground. The opposite side here so you can see that a little better. Yeah, so foot flat on the ground. I'm going to take my, so I'm just trying to reverse it. So I'm going to take my left hand behind me. You're going to take your left hand behind you. And then grab onto your left knee with either your right hand or your right elbow. You can hook the knee. It's a twist here. Yeah, lift up the crown of your head. Really tall, long spine, and then draw back that right shoulder blade. Fingertips face the back of your mat on the left hand. Breathe in. Left shoulder back. Shoulder integration, so not rolling the shoulders forward, but keeping top spine, drop chest. 3 more in. Out. Lengthen, tall. Twist. Again. Deeper. Back to center. Switch sides. Your right foot to your outer left knee. Right finger fingertips behind you, and then grab onto the right leg with the left arm to the left elbow. So it's lifting up the crown of the head and then drawing back through the shoulders. Palm flat on the ground. Yeah, find that connection. Legs active, feet active. Breathe in and out. One. Twist. Again. Even deeper. Then out. Back to center. Both feet out in front of you. Pull your sit bones back, make some space there. Tailbone to the back of your mat, femur bones plug in to the hip sockets, and then you fold over the legs here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Shoulders draw down the back. You may not get as far into the fold with that alignment, but that's okay. As deep as you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Up to sit. Reverse tabletop here. Palms flat on the mat, so your fingertips face towards your bum. Then bend your knees, feet underneath your knees here. So again, joints are stacked, just like when we were in cat-cow earlier. When you lift up, you should have your feet underneath your knees and your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift the hips. Make sure your elbows are not rigid, right? You want a little micro bend. Press the floor. Drive your hips higher. Really ground down through hands and feet. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last little lift here. Squeeze. Glutes. Take a breath. And release all the way down. Come onto your back. Take sleeping bear. So with a block underneath the back. A little bit different place than you had it for the bridge. So it's not too high up, right? You don't want it to be way up on your spine. It shouldn't be touching your spine. It's more like underneath your hip bone here. Back of your tailbone. Take a breath in. Press up through the feet. So kind of like activate the legs a little bit. You don't have a block again. I don't know if everyone out there would have a prop at home like that. So it can be a towel, right? Just something to prop the tailbone up so it's not trying to roll down towards the floor. The towel is the trick. Sleeping bear, so this is waterfall. Arms can be resting on the ground. That's totally an amazing option. You can take sleeping bear with the arms up. If you find this too much work even to hold the legs in the air, you can do this pose against the legs up a wall as a yoga pose, right? Just bringing the tailbone as close to the wall as you can and then letting the legs rest against a wall is an option. Sleeping bear, shoulders rounded onto the floor, hands kind of not doing much work at all. Breathe here. Soften your thoughts. Just keep coming back to that. More breath. Body at ease. Mind wanders. That's the work. You just bring it back. Your judgment. Not too much attention put on it. Just the next breath. Ease. Presence. Breath in. Breath out. Bend your knees. Keep your knees over your hips. Feet just dangling. You can bring the arms down at your side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your next exhale, bring your feet down to the ground. Remove any prop that's underneath your back if there's something there. We'll take a supine twist to finish up. So lift your hips up, shift them way over to the left side. We'll drop both knees today to the right. Stretching out through the side of the body here. Cactus the arms, ground down through the shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. This long side body. Stacking the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Come back through center. Shift your hips through center and then all the way over to the right. From there, you drop your knees to the left. Make sure your spine is aligned, shoulders on the ground. Breathe. Exhale. Stretch, twist. Breath in. Knees back to center. Hips to center. Give yourself a squeeze. Forehead to knees. Pull in nice and tight. One last breath in. Hug it as tight as you can. And release. Shavasana. Rest here. Extend out your legs. Extend out your arms. Close your eyes. If you have a towel, if you want to cover your eyes, that's an option. That can be nice. In Shavasana, just a bit more restorative. You block the light out. Just landing wherever is comfortable. Set yourself up in the pose. This is still a pose. You want your body aligned so it's comfortable, not like twisted up. But once you're there, you stay still. Work of generating presence through focused breath. It doesn't have to be too fiery. It's keeping your attention on this moment right here, right now. Your body resting and breathing. That's all. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth and let it go. Reach up over your head, take a full body stretch. Lengthen from fingers to toes. And then roll onto your side into field position. Rest your bicep under here. Keep your eyes closed. Just take your time. Come up to a seated position. Sit up tall. Hands at the center of your chest. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. All one over together. Inhale. Bring your thumbs to your forehead center. Together we bow and we say, Namaste. Thanks, yogis. Thank you for practicing with me. Stay connected to your yoga practice. Stay on your mat. Keep connected to this community. Let me know what you guys want me to do. I love comments and feedback, whatever. I'm, got to keep interesting what I'm doing so that it's not just a 60-minute journey into power every single day. So if there's any requests you have, you guys that tune in for the live streams, or if you're watching this afterwards, please let me know. More content to come. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please share the channel with anybody that you think might be interested. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks, Freddie. Thanks, guys. Thanks, ladies. Mr. B, yeah, definitely. He was good today. Not too bad, eh? That's good. Playing with the ring game. Come here. Come here. What a goof. Okay? Trying to play aggressive tug games in the middle of a yoga class. That's not how we do it. No, that's not how we do it. Have an awesome day, guys. Thanks so much. You're an oaf. You are an oaf, not Claude. Yeah, you are.